from Houston's First Baptist Church. Pageant, a Christmas spectacular. Follow the light.
shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all this bustle, you'll pretend that he is Parson Brown.
Say, are you married? We'll say no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town.
Later on, when the fire and the green and the fire, the face unafraid, the plans that we made, walking in the winter wonderland.
They know that Santa's on his way. They've loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
To
candy canes on the tree. Santa's on his way. He's filled his sleigh with things, things for you and for me. It's good time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say, Merry Christmas, may your
Giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in a wonderland of snow.
Giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're gliding along with the song of a wintry fairyland. There's a Christmas party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending to a perfect day. We'll be singing the songs we love to sing without a single stop at the fireplace while we watch the chestnuts pop.
There's a happy feeling nothing in the world can buy when they pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie. It'll nearly be like a picture print by Courier and Ives.
These wonderful things are the things we remember all through our lives.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. With the kids jingle belling, everyone telling you'll be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. With those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most fabulous time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Let's go caroling, caroling, now we go. Christmas bells are ringing, caroling, caroling through the snow. Christmas bells are ringing, joyous voices sweet and clear, sing the sad of heart to cheer. Ding, ding, dong, dong, ding, ding, dong, dong. Christmas bells are ringing, and I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree, on the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams.
Heroes are important to a society. Study a nation's heroes and we understand that nation. The result is a collage of world heroes as different as Florence Nightingale, George Patton, Peter Pan, Mother Teresa, or any of your favorites. Each is an index in the chapter of the book we call People.
One legendary character, however, reflects more than a culture. He reflects the globe. He is known the world over, a face as easily recognizable in Nigeria as in Indiana. If it's true that legends mirror people, then this man is a mirror of the world.
Some people call him Santa Claus. Some of the other people call him Papa Noel. Some of the other names that he has been given are Hotiocho, Santa Claus, Father Christmas, but to most of us English-speaking people, we just call him Santa Claus. His name is Nicholas. He was born in AD 480 in the country that we now call Turkey. He was orphaned at age 9 when both of his parents died in a plague. I guess a lot of people probably think, oh, Santa was really a scholar in, well, maybe toy making and maybe minored in marketing. But in reality, Nicholas was really a student of Greek philosophy and Christian doctrine.
St. Nick never married, but that's not to say he wasn't a romantic. He was best known for the kindness he showed to a poor neighbor who couldn't afford to support his 3 daughters or provide the customary dowry so they could attract husbands. St. Nick slipped up to the house by night and dropped a handful of gold coins down through the window so that the eldest daughter could afford to be married. He did the same deed on 2 other occasions for the other daughters.
The gift grew from a handful of coins to bags of coins, and instead of letting them down through the window, he let them down through the chimney. And rather than hit the floor, those bags of coins fell into the girls' stockings that hung there on the hearth to dry. I guess that's where we got this stocking stuff.
The centuries have been good to Nicholas's image. Not only have his acts been embellished, his personality and wardrobe have undergone transformations as well. As bishop, he wore the traditional long flowing robes and a mitered hat. He is known to have been slim with a dark beard and a serious personality.
In the 1300s, he had a big white beard, and by the 1800s, he had a big round belly and a generous basket of food over his arm. Then came the black boots, a red cape, and a cheery stocking cap on his head. By the late 1800s, he traded in the basket of food for a big bag of toys. By 1866, though, he was small and tiny. But by 1930, he was a robust 6-footer with rosy cheeks and a Coca-Cola in his hand.
Yet Santa can't provide what we really need. For one thing, he's only around once a year. When January winds chill our souls, Santa's nowhere to be found. When December's desires become February's payments, Santa's left them all. When April demands taxes or May brings final exams, Santa's still months away from his next visit. And should July find us ill or October find us alone, we can't run to his chair for comfort. It's empty. Santa's only around once a year.
And when he comes, though he does give a lot, he doesn't take much away. He doesn't take away the stress we're under or the mistakes we make or the sorrow of death. Oh, he's quick and he's cute, but when it comes to healing your hurts, don't go to Santa. And we're not trying to be a Scrooge about all this and put down the jolly old fellow. We're just trying to point out that when it comes to designing legends, we haven't done a very good job. You'd think after 6 centuries we could have done a better job at coming up with someone to help us to resolve our fears, but we can't.
Except one. There was one who claimed to come from a different place. There was one who, though he had the appearance of a man, claimed to have the origin of God. There was one who, while wearing the face of a Jew, had the image of the Creator. Those who really saw him knew there was something different about him. At his touch, blind eyes were healed. At his command, crippled legs walked.
1,000 were fed with one basket. A storm was calmed with one command. The dead was raised with one proclamation. Lives were changed with one request. The course of history was altered by one life. He lived in one country. He was born in a manger, and he died on a hill. After 3 years of ministry, hundreds of miles, thousands of miracles, innumerable teachings, the question remains, who is this man?
When we ask this question about Santa, you know the answer. The culmination of our desires, a depiction of our fondest dreams. Not so when we ask it about Jesus Christ. For you see, when we create a hero, we keep him safely distant.
We give him the briefest of encounters.
He swoops quickly in and out with his sleigh.
We wouldn't expect him to dwell in the midst of a contaminated people.
We would never conjure up a king who would become one of us.
But God did. God did what we couldn't imagine. He did what we could not dare dream.
He became a man so that we could trust him.
He became a sacrifice so we could know him.
And he defeated death so we could follow.
It defies logic.
It's a divine insanity.
A holy incredibility.
Only a God beyond systems and common sense could create a plan as absurd as this.
And yet the wildness of the story is its greatest asset.
What man cannot do, God does.
So when it comes to goodies and candy,
Cherub cheeks and red noses.
Go to the North Pole.
But when it comes to eternity,
forgiveness,
Purpose.
And truth.
go to the manger.
kneel with the shepherds.
Worship the God who dared to do what man dared not dream.
Sarah Jane, quit wiggling. Sarah Jane, stop. Sarah Jane, do this. Sarah Jane, do that.
Sarah Jane, are you in bed yet?
Yes, Mommy.
Now turn out that light and go to sleep.
Okay. Not. Hi, my name's Sarah Jane, and I'm 5 years old, and I'm real precocious. I don't know what that means, but everybody tells me that, so I must be. I think it means real smart and very, very cute. It does. You know what Stanley Gafford told me? He's the brat that lives next door, and I beat him up. He told me that when you're born, that they put all of the babies in the nursery, and the mommy that gets well first gets first pick of the litter. He said my mommy must have been the last one to get well. That's why I beat him up. I did. He doesn't know anything, does he? No. You know, it's really, really close to Christmas now, and I better not tell anybody that I beat up Stanley Gafford because Santa Claus can hear me, and that wouldn't be very good. I like Santa Claus the best. I don't understand how he gets down the chimney, though. You know, he's kind of fat, and he goes down all these chimneys all Christmas Eve night, and he doesn't ever get very dirty. And I just go out and play in the fresh air, and I come in looking like a pig, Mommy says. Yeah, and I always leave Sandy a cookie. I don't care how he gets in, just so he does. So I give him a cookie. And he always eats it. That's why he's so fat, because he eats all these cookies every Christmas Eve night. But I always leave Rudolph a carrot. I do. But Rudolph must not like vegetables, because I always find it in the trash can the next morning. I do. You know, I don't like all those old relatives coming for Christmas because it takes them so long to get there, and I want to get right to my presents because that's the best part. It is. I don't know why I care, though. I already know what all of my presents are. They are because they hide them in the same places every year. They hide them in the attic and in the trunk of the car, and they hide them in the back of Mommy's closet where all the roaches live. Daddy said we could hide Mommy's presents in the oven and she wouldn't find them for 2 months. I don't like some of the Christmas food we have to eat, like mincemeat pie. And fruitcake. It weighs a ton. If you ate a whole fruitcake, I bet you'd gain 100 pounds. My daddy said that there's really only one fruitcake in the whole wide world, and it just gets mailed from one person to another because nobody likes it. Only part of the Christmas food I like are the olives, the green olives. You can take that little red wiggly thing out and put one on each finger, like that. That's the part I like. I really like presents the best. This year, I'm getting a totally hair Barbie that has hair all the way down to her feet. Yes. And a shampoodle. You squeeze the doggy and the shampoo comes out. And I want a puppy surprise really, really bad. But my mommy won't let me have one. She says our puppy leaves enough surprises. I have a lot of trolls. I have a lot of troll collection. I have some big ones and some little ones. And they have a new troll out I want. It's an oiler troll. It looks real good in the package, but when you get it out, it always kicks wide to the right. Anyway, I'm getting a Barbie on rollerblades because I spied on my brother when he was supposed to be studying math with his girlfriend. I don't think they were studying math. And because I didn't tattle on him, he's going to give me Barbie rollerblades. I like that. My daddy says that he doesn't like some of the presents he gets, especially one from Mimi. Mimi's my mommy's mommy. He doesn't like presents from her. He says getting a present from her is like getting a letter from the IRS. You don't know exactly what's in it, but you know you're not going to like it. Well, I'm in my daddy's study and they don't want me here because I Xeroxed my face and faxed it all over America. So they don't want me here anymore, so I had to sneak in and I'm going to finish my Christmas list. And I'm going to fax this one to Santa because I know it won't get there if I mail it. So I'm just going to sit here and finish my list. I don't have very many. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws outside.
Well, welcome to Santa's Workshop. We're glad to have you here. Santa is our CEO, and I am our CEE, Chief Executive Elf. Now, I have recently been promoted to GLEE, that's G-L-E-E, which means good-looking Executive Elf. I probably need to explain to you some of our NPL, that's North Pole lingo. Now we've got your TEs, your MEs, and your BEs. That's your tiny elves, your middle-sized elves, and your big elves. Then we got your REs, your FEs, your GEs, your SEs, that's your reindeer elves, your fix-it elves, your gopher elves, and your candy elves. And then we also have a plethora of DEs, that's your dumb elves. Now, this is a wonderful place to work, all the excitement, and it's especially exciting when you got your REs, your FEs, your GEs, your SEs, and your DEs all going hee-hee. It's very confusing around here, but I could not do this by myself. As organized as I am, I could not perform the wonder of getting all these gifts to all the boys and girls around the world without this wonderful help from our loyal and trustworthy workshop elves. Okay, back to work, time's wasting. I've just gotten in the last, a late request from a young man. He says, "Dear Santa, could I please have some musical instruments for a rock and roll band? Mama says that we could rehearse in the garage. I know this is late, but I done good this year. Brought my math up to a C. Must have flunked English. Your friend, Tommy Green." Do we have any rock and roll instruments? Any instruments at all this late date? What do we got here? An alphorn. Oh, that's a good instrument. Let's quality control. We'll test this out. How's it sound? Very good. There's even more. You're going to play that in a rock and roll band. I always get very emotional when he plays our songs. Now, this kind of emotion is exhausting to me, and I think we need a little cheering up, keep the morale high. Are you ready? We're going to have some entertainment now. We've been working too hard. Are you ready with the Reindeer Brigade and the Emergency Squad? Hit it! Back to work, back to work, quickly back to work. It's getting close to countdown. We've cleared our takeoff with NASA. I've gotten a last-minute fax here from a little girl named Sarah Jane from Houston. She says here, "Dear Santa, you're the best person in the world. I love you. Could you bring me a singing and dancing Barbie?" Thank you, Sarah Jane. Well, we've got 4 dolls left. What do you say? Let's just give her all 4 of them. Would you? Okay, let's go.
Well, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's been naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees
fields to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the la noche los pastores a sus ovejitas velan. Ángeles de cielo lavan, ángeles de cielo cantan, pastorcitos id, pastorcitos ya, adorar al niño, quien Belén está, quien Belén está.
Your Grace, forgive me for disturbing you at such a late hour, but Melchior sends for you to come to him now. Something unbelievable has happened in the heavens, and he wants for you to transcribe it immediately.
Ammon, 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 wake up. Get up. Quickly, quickly. Balthazar wants you. Get up. He has witnessed something wonderful in the stars tonight, and he wants you to come and write it all down for him. He sends for you to come now. We must go.
Husband, husband, Kish, go quickly to Gaspar. He has seen something in the eastern sky tonight and wants you to help him chart it at once. Go quickly. He is waiting for you.
It's nothing but superstition. Doesn't work, doesn't tell me one more thing about this new star. Just what we need, Magi. I need somebody to think we're charlatans. I mean, I'm a man of science, a man who teaches the kings of Persia about mathematics and medicine and astronomy, and this star, this new star. Nebi, come quickly. Look there in the east. You see? That star, it's never been there before, wasn't there yesterday, suddenly it's there. Take this down. On the first day of the Egyptian month, Mesuri, Sirius, the dog star, rose with unusual brightness. Mesuri is Egyptian for birth of a prince. I wonder if perhaps the Creator is breaking through the order of the cosmos to tell us something. Where was I?
The name Missouri means the birth of a prince.
Yes.
Missouri means birth of a prince.
Yes. Our heavens are divided into 12 equal sections or signs, each one representing a different country. Most important among them is the sign of the fish, believed to represent Palestine, referred to as the place of the Hebrews. It has long been predicted that the coming of the Jewish Messiah would be heralded by simultaneous heliacal rise of Cyrenius and Orionis at the house of Hebrews, just as we are witnessing here tonight. Do you think there should be more prophecies? Look, quick.
Here it is, here, in the writings of the Hebrew prophet Balaam. It says, a star shall come forth from Jacob, and a scepter shall rise from Israel.
Look here, Your Majesty, here. It says, the prophet Samuel says, I will raise up a descendant after you who will come forth from you, and I will establish his kingdom.
I found it, Balthazar. See here. The prophet Isaiah says, behold, a virgin shall be with child and bear a son, and she will call his name Emmanuel.
The people who walk in darkness will see a great light.
Those who live in a dark land, the light will shine on them.
For unto us a child is born,
unto us a son is given,
and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Here in Micah's prophecy it says, but as for you, Bethlehem, from you one will go forth for me to be a ruler in Jerusalem.
Where did you say?
Bethlehem.
In Judea?
Yes, Bethlehem.
Bethlehem? Bethlehem.
Quickly, it's to Bethlehem of Judea that we go. We will go and greet this newborn king and as is our custom, we will take him a gift of gold.
I will take him frankincense.
A gift of myrrh.
Quickly, summon the servants and prepare a caravan. We're off to Bethlehem of Judea. We will follow the light of this wondrous star, for I must see for myself what wonders are about to unfold to us.
We leave at once. I must pay homage to this newborn king.
Little Yeshua, morning star, I'm filled with the wonder of who you are. Child of Jehovah, and yet my son. Little Yeshua, my little one. Are you a prophet? Are you a king? Or just a small baby who makes angels sing? I'm not a wise man. I need a light to shine on my questions tonight. Little Yeshua, morning star, I'm filled with the wonder of who you are. Child of Jehovah, and yet my son. Little Yeshua, my little one.
Little Yeshua, that's the name that the angel gave you. And who are we to argue with an angel? But still, it seems like such an awfully big name for such a small little boy. Emmanuel, God with us. I'm not really sure what that means. But I do know what the angel said. The angel said the child in Mary is from the Holy Spirit. And I do know that I'm supposed to be your father here on this earth. I'll do my best. I'll take care of you, and I'll love you, and I'll teach you everything that I know. But somehow I feel you're going to teach me far more than I could ever teach you.
What will I teach you? A carpenter's trade, the tools and the wood, and the way things are made. What will you teach me? Will I understand the mysteries you hold in your hands? Little Yeshua, morning star, I'm filled with the wonder of who you are. Child of Jehovah, and yet
We've traveled many miles following the light of that star. We make camps at night and gather around friendly fires and talk about the mystery that leads us to this extraordinary adventure. The skies are so beautiful, like the fabric and the canopy of God. And the stars, like diamonds embroidered into his magnificent tabernacle. The desert, so wide, so expansive, like a huge stage, and we are just the little actors, the chorus, waiting. And if the prophecy proves correct, this one who is coming will be the great hero in this ageless drama.
Your Majesty.
Oh, yes.
His Excellency from the adjacent caravan is now here.
Ah, well, so the evening won't be so boring. Good, someone to talk to. Yes. Greetings, my friend, greetings. I am Melchior, humble servant of the royal king of Persia.
Thank you and greetings. I am Balthazar, court advisor to the king of Babylon.
Oh, well, please, come here and warm yourself. Balthazar?
Balthazar.
Yes, we find these Arabian nights rather tricky, do we not?
Yes, the cold seems to go deeper to the bone than where I come from. You're from Persia.
Yes.
Why do you come here?
Well, I am on a very important journey.
Following the star.
Yes.
To find this child.
How did you know?
Oh, I too know of its significance and here to follow this star. Do you suppose there are others following this star?
Oh, I don't know, my friend. It seems the world is so troubled. People are so burdened they never even look up at the heavens. And I suppose those who do look up see the star, but do they know its meaning?
So many questions, so many questions.
Right.
And yet those answers don't seem to come.
Your Majesty.
Yes.
I have, as you requested, more of the prophecy written concerning this newborn king of the Jews.
Good.
Our scriptures are filled with the prophet's foretelling of the coming of the Messiah. Here, the prophet Isaiah says, "He will sit on the throne of David and will reign in mercy, and he will open the eyes of the blind and unstop the ears of the deaf. The lame man will leap up like a deer, and those who could not speak will shout and sing." And he says, "Be strong, fear not, children of Israel, for your God is coming to destroy your enemies. He is coming to save you."
And all of that is in your scrolls?
Yes, your grace. According to these prophecies, all of these things will occur.
Jesus, there are so many people here, and they are out of wine. Will you help them?
Mother, it is not my time yet. I can't help you.
Please, Jesus, just do what you can. Just do what he tells you to do.
These vats, are they filled with water? Then take some out and give it to the rabbi.
Wonderful. Usually the wedding host gives us the best wine first, and then when we've had our fill and we don't care, he gives us the lesser wine. But you have saved the best for last. Shalom. This is wonderful.
The crowds have lined the narrow streets to see this man from Galilee. Just a carpenter, some say, leading fools astray. Yet many kneel to give him praise. And in his eyes they glimpse the power that sees the hearts of all men. And he knows his Father's mind. He speaks his Father's words, for he comes in the name of the Lord. There is strength in the name of the Lord. There is power in the name of the Lord. There is hope in the name of the Lord. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the
The blind, the lame, the sick have come to see this man from Galilee, each believing that today they would find a way to touch his hand and then be healed. And with his touch, they glimpse the power and his love that comes from above. For he knows his Father's mind. He speaks the Father's words. Yes, he comes in the name of the Lord. There is strength in the name of the Lord. There is power in the name of the Lord. There is hope in the name of the Lord. In the name of the Lord.
Throughout the land his fame has He's called the man from Galilee, the Messiah, some have said. He has raised the dead. Now thousands come to give him praise. And as they come, they call his name. And he says, bring them unto me. And he knows his Father's mind. He speaks his Father's words, for he comes in the name of the Lord.
There is strength in the name of the Lord. There is power in the name of the Lord. There is hope in the name of the Lord. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. His name shall be worshipped forever. Redeemer, Creator, and King. There is strength in the name of the Lord. There is power in the name of the Lord. There is hope
And here, according to the Psalms written by King David, it says, his hands and feet will be pierced. He will be mocked and insulted. Soldiers will cast lots for his clothes. And here, he'll be accused by false witnesses, hated without reason, stung by reproaches. And at the time of his death, none of his bones will be broken, and he will be buried with the rich. But it doesn't end there, Your Majesty. It says, but God will redeem his soul from the power of the grave, for he shall receive him.
Well, who are these strangers seeking an audience with me?
They come from beyond the eastern desert, and they claim they're looking for the new king of the Jews.
What? Has there been a revolution against Rome? Is there a new king?
They say that they've seen a star in the heavens and have followed it here.
I am the king. Do I have a new son of which I have not been apprised? Summon the chief priest. Now! Who dares to trifle with me, King Herod the Great, friend of Rome, builder of the great temple? Who dares? Well, most learned one, you seem to have failed in your work. The promised one has been born.
What?
Yes. Where is he, this usurper of my throne? Well, where is he?
Well, in Bethlehem of Judea. For so it stands written in the prophets.
And you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are not the least among the leaders of Judah. For there shall come forth from you the leader, who will be a shepherd to my people Israel.
You there, bring these magi to me. Where my own advisors have failed me, I will use those of my adversaries in order to assist me. They may prove to be quite useful. Welcome to Jerusalem, dear Magi. Oh, most humble thanks. Oh, thank you. You have traveled far in your quest to see the new king. Tell me, when did you first observe the rising of his star?
We noted the rising of the star the first day of the Egyptian month Mesuri.
Mesori? Then that would make him what? Less than a year old, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I want to be of help to you in your quest. The child you seek was born in Bethlehem. We have searched for him ourselves, but to no avail. So please, go and find this most remarkable child. And when you have done so, please send word to me, so that I too may come and worship him. Shalom, gentlemen. Shalom.
We have been traveling for nearly a year. We've come to Judea. The star has led us here. We have asked for the king, and it seems as though none of the people of Judea have heard of this king of the Jews. So I cannot help but wonder, are we on a holy quest or a journey of fools? Are we just silly old men who follow stars and dreams, who yearn for hope? Are we dying old men who long for rebirth? But I tell you, I feel deep in the core of my being that the one who is leading us toward our destiny. And I will follow the light of that star, though it take me past reason to the very ends of the earth. And when I come to the last solid step of the firmament, I will boldly step out into the black void, knowing that that star will illuminate my path. How long will I travel? I don't know. I've already traveled for over a year, and it only seems like yesterday.
Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy.
Alleluia.
is born the King, that is born the King of the Jews. We have seen his star in the east, announcing the wonderful news. Over hill and
We've come to the end of our journey. And look, God has led us to Him. Oh, I can feel His little heart beating. Look at those eyes, so innocent. What's His name? Jesus. Oh, little Jesus. Ah, I can't tell if I'm holding you or if you're holding me. Oh, do you want your mother? Do you? Here. Here's your mother. Yes. My life has been unalterably changed. I have held God in my arms.